We're not tying the knot or anything till Matthew gets out of prison.
Oh, well, that's sensible.
That's why I came along today, Dad, so I could have a good talk with you. You know, so you can get to know each other better.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mrs. Reynolds, but Desmond insists on seeing you.
I'm sorry, she'll just have to wait.
Mrs. Reynolds, it can't wait.
Mrs. Morris, would you take her
I know
outside,
who
please?
killed Samantha Greenway, and it wasn't Jeff McRae. I can prove it. I was with him the whole time.
You were the person he wouldn't name.
Yes.
Don't be a fool, Burke. Those screams will bring officers from all over the building.
It's okay. I'll be needing them. But just remember, anyone puts a key in this door before I'm ready will be accessory to murder. Get me a message?
6 months for something I didn't do. Call that fair?
I don't call it anything. It's what the court's called it.
Well, it's off. 6 months in this hole.
Yes, all right, that's enough.
It's more than a bloody enough. It's 6 months too much.
Come on, let's get you showered and into a uniform.
Oh, you're not really going to make me wear one of those dracky things, are you?
He's got Dennis. What? Burke. He's taken Dennis hostage up in solitary. I heard Deacon screaming at the gates. Get her out of here.
Come on. Oh, you want me to have a shower?
Just come on. Hello, police.
Why don't you just stop and think for a moment? It's been tried before.
Oh, shut up!
Nobody gets away with it.
Kelly did.
Call that getting away with it? She's back inside with extra time.
Yeah. Well, I'm different. Once I'm out, you screws will never see me again. And you, unless you do what I tell you, you'll never see anything again. Dominic!
It'll be good if things work out for them. And Joyce thinks it's practically an official engagement.
Well, I hope they both know what they're doing, especially Warren. I sometimes think she invented the phrase. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
You know, I can't stop thinking about Major Ferguson. What a lovely man. How was Joan when she called?
Oh, she broke down. It was dreadful. I tried to think of something.
Reynolds. Burke's taken Dennis hostage up in solitary.
What's he want?
I don't know. No one's talked to him yet. I've called the police.
All right, confine all prisoners until this is sorted out.
Certainly.
Let's see what he has to say.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
You haven't said a word all day.
Yeah, and you've hardly touched your food. That's not the Marlene we know and love.
I'm just not hungry, all right?
All right, don't bite my head off, Marlene.
Tell you what, if I ever decide to get married again, she's going to be an orphan. Can't stand the strain of this meeting parents.
Oh, well, it can't have been as bad as all that.
Oh, right, I suppose. Bit scary. Tell they didn't like me, though.
How do you know that?
A couple of things the old man said to me. I mean, he was trying to be nice and everything about it, but you could tell he thought I was a no-oper. You can't really blame him either.
Look, he didn't say you couldn't marry her, did he?
No, but... Well, he said we ought to talk more. Get to know each other a bit better.
Sounds like good advice to me.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, that's the scary bit. I mean, well, we don't really know each other at all. What happens if we get married and we find out we hate each other?
Oh, don't be stupid. You know you like each other. Well, maybe you're going to have to put a bit of work into it, but well, it's what marriage is all about.
Yeah, I suppose.
But, you know, you don't just listen to rock. You've sort of got to feel it, you know, connect with it. The real music's right down inside of you.
Oh, that's not proper music. When I was young, we used to have songs that meant something. Oh, our soldier boys are going to fight the war. They'll soon be knocking at the Emperor's door. They will fight with fist and gun till there's no more rising sun. Oh, advance Australia, fair for never.
What's going on?
Yeah, what is going on?
Just settle down. Won't be for long.
What's happened?
Look, you're being kept in here for your own safety. That's all I can tell you at the moment. So just settle down and get on with your meal.
Dennis!
Keep away from the door. Don't worry about him. You talk to me.
No one's doing any talking until I'm sure Mr. Crookshank hasn't been harmed. Dennis!
Tell her you're all right.
Tell her! Dennis!
I'm all right.
You want him to stay that way? You do what I say.
You've got more sense than to add murder to your list of charges.
What'll I get? A few more years? Big deal. Now shut up and listen. Get back to your office. Leave all the gates open and tell the screws to disappear. I want a car waiting at the main gate. Do it right. And after I'm clear, I'll let this pommy wimp of yours loose. Any tricks? If I find one gate that even looks like it's not unlocked, I'll kill him.
I think he'll do it. We'll have to do what he says. All right, but I need time to set it up and get the car. Half an hour.
Crap! Get your car. And don't tell me you haven't got one, because I've seen you drive up in it. You've got 5 minutes.
I can't, not in that time.
In 5 minutes, the pommy gets cut. It's up to you, lady.
All right, I'm going.
I really think I'm going to let you go. You're not thinking, Burke. You haven't got a hope in hell. Every police everywhere by now.
Just more than you've got, screw. When this is over, one way or another, you're going to be dead. And that's a promise.
There are 3 cars on the way, and I'm about to leave here now. Try and stall him till we get there.
That won't be easy.
And if it turns really nasty, just do what he wants and let him through. We'll get him outside. What's the make and number of your car?
Maroon Peugeot, BWU 594.
Yeah, all right. Well, you'd better get back to him. I'll be there shortly.
Mrs. Morris is just parking your car outside.
Good. Stay with Joyce Barry, will you? I'm going back upstairs.
Oh, jeez, I wanted to have a talk with Matt tonight. At this rate, I got no hope.
Well, he's just over there.
I'm only talking private. How long are they going to keep us here anyhow?
Hey, missus, I gotta go to the dunny.
Sorry, Eddie, you'll just have to hold on.
You're sorry?
When are we getting out of here? I told you soon. Now just sit quietly. We want out. We want out. Stop that! We want out. We want out. We want out.
No, Jude. It wouldn't take much for this to turn into a riot.
All right, don't tell me that. Tell them.
Turn very nasty. You better think about letting us out.
It's not up to me, Myra.
Well, you better tell whoever it's up to that they're going to have a riot on their hands in a minute.
My orders are that everyone stays here, and until I'm told otherwise, that's how it is.
What's it about?
Quieten down! Stop it! Stop it or there'll be trouble!
The car's going to take a bit longer. It didn't have any petrol. They're filling the tanks now.
I said 5 minutes and I meant it. Get this door open.
In a minute.
Now! Or else I can look through the Judas door and say goodbye to your little friend here.
Don't let him out. He's going to kill me anyway.
Shut up! You've got 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3,
He wouldn't, would he?
4.
I mean, once he's clear, he's got no reason to kill Dennis. He doesn't need a reason. Unlock it.
7, 8.
All right, we're unlocking it now.
1. Here we go. Get up! Get up!
Why? You're going to kill me. Do it now. See how far you get.
If you're not up and moving in 2 seconds, I'll get up there and start slicing your girlfriends up. The 2 seconds are up, sunshine. Which way are we going to do it?
Dennis!
Open the door. Right. Now stand back.
Stop it! See whatever gets too lively.
Stop it! Stop it right now! Well, how long are you going to let this go on for?
A little bit longer, until the screws can see reason.
Well, what do you want us to do? We can't go in there. They'd rush to the door.
unless you help me. Give me something I can tell you. Come on, someone is going to get hurt.
Frank Burke has taken Dennis Cruikshank hostage. Now, I can't tell you any more than that. The Moon have got to stay here for their own safety.
Why couldn't you have told me that before?
We didn't want anyone taking advantage of the situation. Dennis is in enough danger now.
Yeah, well, I'll do what I can, but it would have been a lot easier if you'd told me before it got this bad. All right, everyone, be quiet and listen. Shut up! Shut up! All right. Now, it's Frank Burke. He's got Mr. Cruikshank.
Got him? You don't mean he's killed?
No. He's got him as a hostage.
Is he hurt? I don't know. Mrs. Reynolds is up there now.
Jeez, I hope he's all right.
Yeah, well, the best thing we can do is stay right out of it and let the screws handle it. Which is exactly what we would have done in the first place if they told us and stopped treating us like a bunch of kids.
Yeah. Look, as soon as we find out what's happening, we'll let you know.
Quit following us! I'm warning you.
Don't be ridiculous. I have to warn the rest of the staff.
I'll bloody tell them. Now get lost!
But if they see you...
Shut up, Blondie! Just shut up and bugger off! She's making sense. Just keep moving. That's all you've got to do. Just keep moving!
Jeez, you look sure know how to make a mess of these, don't you, Mal?
Don't look at me. I just hope Mr. C's all right.
He's not a bad sort of a bloke.
Oh, I've been hit! God, I've been hit!
No, let me see. Oh, gosh, she's bleeding.
Well, it's quiet for the minute. How much longer do we have to stay here?
Well, if you think you can keep things under control, I'll go and find out.
I think I can manage that.
I'll be back in a minute.
Are you all right, Eddie?
Oh, it was just a shrapnel wound. Shrapnel? Could have taken my whole head clean off.
Anything serious?
Will be if I don't get to the dunny.
Yeah, well, cross your legs, love.
You won't find any goods in there.
They've got to be here somewhere. These screws, get them from when you go outside.
They're locked away out of reach.
You can just bloody get the key and unlock them. Get out! Get out! Oh! Get out! Oh! Ah! Quick, get this off.
Oh, God, did he hurt you?
No, but don't forget, I owe you a drink.
Oh, I'll have it now if you don't mind. I'm not used to all this carry-on.
I don't like you, Frank. Let's get you back where you belong.
We tried to stall him as much as we could, but of course he knew what we were doing, so we had to let him go.
Oh, I don't think anyone would blame you for that. I mean, you get a rat bag like Burke loose with a weapon while you do what you're told.
Will you be talking to Burke again?
No fear, I'm knocking off. 13 hours a day's enough for anyone, even a copper.
You'll send me a copy of the charges.
Signed, sealed, and delivered. Evening all. Come on, Nev. You can buy me a glass of that pale amber stuff. What's it called again?
Oh, well, thank goodness that's over.
Have the women settled down again?
They're fine.
Thanks to Myra Desmond, I'm afraid I didn't handle that very well.
No, I disagree. I think everyone did the right thing at the right time.
But lucky Joan wasn't there. Might have been a different story.
Well, she's got other things on her mind at the moment. Dennis doesn't know yet. Haven't had a chance to tell him.
Oh, that sounds mysterious. Any chance of a lift home? I still feel a bit punch-drunk.
Sure. Will you make out a report first thing tomorrow morning?
Sure. OK, well, good night, all.
Night, Dennis. Night. Couldn't believe it when he stood up and said guilty. Then they gave me 6 months. Look, I'm not kidding. If I ever get my hands on that guy, I'll be up for murder. I mean, he's got my $3 grand. What else does he want?
Yeah, it's rotten luck, but for what it's worth, welcome back.
Yeah. Guess they could have sent me to another slammer, eh?
Oh, easily.
Jeez, I'd love a cup or something. When are we getting our jugs and stuff back?
Not till tomorrow.
I suppose it was a bit too much to hope for. I mean, the minute I get back, there's a jailbreak and they lock me in a cell so I don't even get to see the excitement.
Neither did we. We have to make our own excitement. Well, at least Mr. Cruikshank is okay.
Yeah, I wish you'd kick Burke's head in, get rid of him for good.
Yes.
Decent screws don't pull stunts like that.
Yeah, not like the freak. Hey, where is she? She'll come the big grin when she finds out I'm back.
Well, you can relax for a while. Her father died this afternoon.
The freak had a father?
Yeah, and he was a nice guy, too. I reckon he found her on his doorstep and didn't have the heart to take her out and drown her.
Well, at least she'll be out of our hair for a couple of days.
Now bet on it. She'll probably be back here tomorrow taking it out on us.
Yeah, probably. Well, I'm going to go and practice my songs. I'll see you later.
Hey, who wants to sing along?
Yeah. Out, soldier boys are going to fight the war. Fight the... Oh, I've forgotten the words.
No, well, let's do something anyway. Hey, where's the old Marl? Haven't seen her yet.
Probably with the old Matt, wouldn't you think?
Oh, great. Some welcome back. Hey, we should have a party to celebrate their engagement. All those in favour?
Hang on, you can't have it without the happy couple.
Oh, no worries. I'll go and find them.
Hey, don't be a spoil sport.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, let's say we start the party without them. Come on, ready?
There's a tavern in the town, and there my true love sits him down.
Didn't go off real well, did it?
Went all right. They didn't say we couldn't get married.
Yeah. They reckon I'm not good enough for you. It's true. Can't even buy you a ring.
I wouldn't be allowed to wear it anyway. And who's not good enough for who? I can't even cook.
Been meaning to talk to you about that.
I'll learn, I promise.
Nah, your cooking's good enough for me, Mal. I'll eat anything.
Oh, well, thanks.
I didn't mean it like that. Well, a couple of things that your dad said. Maybe we should talk.
Oh, look, don't spoil it. Let's just sit here.
Yeah, well, we should talk, though.
Don't worry about it. Once they know you like I do, they'll love you too. Mrs. B, we weren't doing anything, honestly. We were just talking.
Yes, well, keep it that way. And make sure you're not here when I come round again. In half an hour.
Hell, must be Christmas or something.
The electricity's on. Must be the light. Looks better than I remember.
Oh, it's growing on you, that's all. You can see the possibilities now.
Still an awful lot of work to do.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Not today. You've had more than enough. No, I'm just going to measure the windows and think about where to put the furniture.
All right, you get on with the measuring, I'll get changed, nip down and get some glasses and cutlery. Or, unless you want to dine at my place.
No, thanks. Too much to do. You need any help?
No, I think I can manage it. Won't be a tick.
Dad was saying you haven't spent much time out of the city.
None. City girl, born and bred.
No, you don't know what you're missing, Mal. It's a different world. They got air out there. Air you can see through. You're gonna love it.
Have to take me out, show me one day.
What are you talking about? We're gonna be living out there.
What? In the bush?
No, not bush, Mal. Not bush. Not like jungle or nothing. It's just country. Country, you know?
But I thought you came to the city for work.
Yeah, I did. And look what happened. Nah. Could never settle in a city. Farm's the place to bring up kids.
Hang on a bit. We haven't even talked seriously about kids yet.
Well, you don't have to. It just sort of happens automatic.
Not if I've got anything to do with it.
I thought you liked kids.
I do, but I want to have some fun before all that starts.
Fun? Mal, marriage isn't a game. It's a responsibility. You work hard, you have kids, and you give them a decent life. And that's where all the fun comes out of it.
Maybe for you it's not my idea of a good time.
Why do you know? I mean, you haven't even given it a chance.
I give your way a chance and I don't like it. What then? Too late to do anything about it. Why don't you give my way a go and live in the city for a while?
Well, I have. I hated it.
I thought you said you love me.
Well, what's that got to do with it?
If you really loved me, you wouldn't care where we were as long as we were together.
Oh, jeez, Ma, you've been reading too many comics. It doesn't happen like that in real life.
Don't you talk to me about real life. I haven't been in here forever, you know. I reckon I know more about real life than you do.
Oh, Ma, stop yelling. God, no wonder you're scared about having a family. I don't think you've even grown up yourself yet.
How dare you talk to me like that? Boy, I'm glad I saw this side of you before it was too late. Get out!
Mal?
Matthew, I'm serious. Get out! Buggy, then stay.
Well, Mal? All right.
Right on time. Where are the glasses?
I didn't get that far. This was in the mailbox.
Well, it's not bad news, I hope, is it?
Just for someone. It's from Ray Proctor. If what he says is only halfway true, Joan Ferguson will get thrown out of Wentworth on her ear.
What do you reckon, Billy's party, eh? Fantastic.
Oh, yeah, terrific. No fags, no bickies, no buy-up, no nothing.
Geez, who let the wet blanket in?
Very of manners. How about a dance?
My pleasure, Eddie.
What about a pride of Erin over there?
Another one. Hey, it's a party, remember? Since Alexa's back. And those two are getting engaged. How about getting into it?
Yeah, I'd love to. Where's the guy with the drinks trolley?
Now, stop being silly. We're going to talk about this.
Come on, you do. Stop sneaking off. Hey, who's been making speeches? I think it's time you had one.
Looks like you're elected, Lexi.
Right. Let's all drink to a long and happy engagement and a short and happy marriage. Or is it the other way around? Doesn't matter because we don't have anything to drink anyway.
Hang on. We're not finished yet. We got to read a telegram. Congratulations to the happy couple and best wishes always. Signed, the freak. P.S. Think of me on your wedding night. That'll put you off if nothing does.
Hey, wait a minute, there's more. Best wishes to the both of you. I would love to be there for the wedding, but I don't think I'll be able to get away. Son, chuckles me.
Okay. Speech. You're first, Marlene.
What's the matter with her?
Bit upset, that's all. You know what women are like?
Anybody around here want to talk to someone? Sure.
Matthew and me had a fight. And more confused. I just wish Mum was still here because she'd know what to do.
I've had my ups and downs as far as mothering is concerned, but I suppose I'm better than nothing, if you want to know what I think. Everybody has fights. Sometimes it's the only way to find out what the other person is thinking. But you've got to give and take, Marlene. You can't dig your heels in.
But you know what he wants? He wants to live on a farm and have 1 million kids tomorrow. And they call me the rabbit. I reckon the only thing we've got in common is we're both locked up in here.
He's locked up in here with a lot of women besides you. But he picked you. So he must think there's something special. Of course, I can't say why you picked him. Maybe he's the only man available.
What do you think I am?
All right, so you both like each other. Don't you think it's time you took a little bit of care and sorted this thing out?
He told me to grow up.
What'd you say?
I told him to get out. What would you have done?
That would depend on whether I was in love with him or not.
I've always been in love with him. Since the time I saw him in the examining room.
So don't you think you should speak to him and not me?
Well, that must have been the shortest party in history.
Yeah, and if they're not careful, it's going to end up the shortest engagement in history.
Oh, I enjoyed that. Hadn't been a good kick-up since my 30th anniversary.
Oh, I didn't know you were married, Eddie.
No, I mean my 30th anniversary of being in the neck.
Oh, I don't know. I just never expected her to have such a narrow outlook on things. I mean, she's got a great sense of humour and stuff, but I think it's just her way of not facing up to things.
You don't think you're expecting too much from him?
All I'm asking is to have a family and bring them up somewhere clean and decent. Now, if that's asking too much, what hope is there?
Well, it comes down to what I said before about having to put a bit of work into it. Depends if you think it's worth it or not.
Worth it? Oh, crikey, Jeff, I love her. I mean, I'd live in a St Kilda tram shelter if that's what she wanted, but... Oh, she'd love it up the farm. I know she would.
Wanted a speech. I'm not much good at that sort of thing, but I'll give it a go. It seems to me you can wait your whole life for something good to happen to you. And then when it finally does happen, you get scared. You think it's too good to be true and there must be a catch somewhere. And then you start looking for catches where there probably aren't any. Because you're a bit scared, probably a bit stupid. You end up buggering up the whole thing. By the time you wake up, that's what you've done. All you can do is just hope it's not too late to fix it.
Oh, come on, all right. Kiss and make up.
That's the silliest speech I ever heard.
Anyway, I think you've never seen anybody kissing me.
Well, we know Joan's capable of this, so why are we surprised?
Would Ray say it if it wasn't true?
No. But if Joan was prepared to heavy him to get at Keane, then I'd say she definitely bashed Keane that time we went out on strike for her.
Right. Oh, I wonder why he said it to me then.
Well, he says there he trusts you to deal with it in the best possible way. I mean, he probably knew about the way Joan treated Heather, and he knows how fond you were of her.
Right. Suppose we better get in touch with Mrs. Reynolds then.
It's going to hit Joan hard, isn't it? Straight out of the death of her father.
Well, I know that, but what else can we do? We can't just ignore it.
Well, I say we leave it till the morning. It's not going to make any difference either way.
Right.
Probably wouldn't be that bad, I suppose. What? Living in the bush.
Oh, you can have it.
A person's got to think seriously sometime about having kids.
Oh, you can have them too.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
We could at least try and be a bit happy for me.
Jeez, I got the party going for you. What more do you want?
Yeah. Look, thanks a lot.
Oh, that's all right. Did as much for myself as for you. Stopped me thinking about being back in here.
Yeah, that was rotten luck. But still, got to look on the bright side. If I hadn't been in here, I would never have met Matthew.
Oh, yeah, terrific. But it's not going to happen to me, is it?
It could.
Oh, yeah, sure it could. Anyway, if I was you, I'd wait and see what happens before I go and crow too loudly.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, come on, what did you mean?
Look, lay off, will you? I'm tired and I want to go to bed.
What did you mean, wait and see what happens?
I just think it's going to be harder than you think, that's all.
What?
Well, for a start, you've only got a couple of months left. He's got another year. It's a long time to not see each other.
I can visit him.
Oh, if they let you. They don't exactly like ex-cons coming back to visit, you know?
Even if they don't, he'll wait for me.
You're not listening. You're both going to be ex-cons. What hope do you think you'll have on the outside?
Look, we can manage.
Whatever you reckon. Look, I'm not trying to throw cold water on anything. I just reckon you should know what you're getting yourself in for, that's all. I really hope it works out for you, Mal. But I reckon it'll be like drawing the middle pin to a royal flush.
When did this arrive?
Yesterday. It was in the box when I arrived home last night.
If it's true, there'll be hell to pay. I wish Joan was here. I want to give her a chance to defend herself before I pass it on to the department. But if I hang on for too long and it leaks out some other way, I'll be accused of a cover-up.
Well, I just can't think of any reason why Ray'd lie.
Neither can I. All right. Before I do anything else, I'd better have a talk to him. He seems to trust you. Do you think you could get in touch with him and ask him to come and see me as soon as possible?
Well, I'll do my best.
What's the matter, Marlene? You had another fight with Matt?
No, of course not.
Thank God. I couldn't go through all that again.
So why the long face?
I'm all right. I just didn't get much sleep last night.
Who did? It's that bloody stale food we're using. Hey, when are we going to get a decent cook? I can't stay much more, Eddie.
I don't have to. Eddie's going Tatars, remember?
Heard something?
No, but Jan said the man from the department might be coming today.
Did she? I'd keep an eye on her if I was you, Eddie. Hate to see her stuff things up at this late date.
Don't worry about me. It's my job and it's what I'm good at. Who knows, once Eddie's free, I might be able to start on a few more cases.
I'd concentrate on getting myself out if I were you. The rest of us are doing okay.
Well, I'm going back to the kitchen.
Just going to the lure for screws and looking for me. Alice. What? Wait a minute. Look, Lou and I had a deal. She was going to get me some brandy.
Oh, nothing to do with me.
Yeah, well, I thought that now she was in hospital, maybe you could get it for me.
Oh, did you? Just how'd you think I was going to do that?
Oh, come on, you've got your ways.
Sometimes I have, sometimes I haven't. Right now I haven't.
Oh, Alice, please, look, if I don't get it soon, I'm going to start coming apart.
That'll be fun to watch.
Or maybe you won't think so if I accidentally say something to the screws about who killed Sam.
You better not.
There's no knowing what I might say. Safest thing for you to do is to get me something to drink. Fast. Sure Lou would agree.
This bit here, security rating.
Oh, don't worry about that. We fill that in after we've had your security check.
It's like the Secret Service, isn't it?
Well, has to be, I'm afraid. Get the wrong type in here, they get into all sorts of mischief.
Understood. And here where it says references, there's not much room.
Oh, I don't know. How many have you got?
See for yourself.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, well, perhaps you better copy them all out on here. All right?
Thanks.
Is this yours?
Yes.
Well, it'll have to be inspected before you go through to your interview.
Righto, then nothing to worry about. Just my kitchen tools.
Oh no, they'll have to stay here, I'm afraid. We wouldn't want both get into the wrong hands, would we?
Good morning, Andrew Fry, to see Mrs. Reynolds.
Oh, yes. Can I help you? Oh, yes, Mr. Fry. I'll tell the governor you're here.
Good, thank you.
A lot of forms, aren't they? So I suppose they're important, or else they wouldn't make us do it. Anyway, I don't care what I do, as long as I get the job. Reckon you feel the same way, eh? Best man win and all that?
Hello, Mrs. Reynolds.
Well, as I'm not in the job market just at the moment, I can sincerely wish you the best of
Bring
British.
him on now. If you just follow me, Mr. Fry, I'll take you through to the governor now.
Thank you. Thank you,
Mr. Fry.
Mrs. Reynolds. And please, call me Andrew. And before I say anything, let me congratulate you on the way you handled that escape attempt yesterday. It was excellent work.
Mr. Cruikshank and Mrs. Barry are the ones to congratulate.
An efficient crew is merely the reflection of an enlightened captaincy. Again, I say, excellent work.
Well, thank you. Please sit down.
I thought our supper the other day was quite a success, didn't you?
I'm afraid I couldn't say. If you remember, I didn't stay very long.
Yes, it was a shame. I enjoyed our chat.
Well, what can I do for you, Mr. Fry?
Andrew, please. Well, I'm here to resolve the Parslow matter. The department is understandably embarrassed by the whole business, and we want to clear it up with the minimum of fuss.
Yes, I see, but I thought the head of department was going to handle that personally.
Well, he is. Colby's, how shall I put it, been moved upstairs a little sooner than expected.
And...
I'm the new head of department. I do hope that you and I can work together to our mutual satisfaction.
Well, Mr. Pringle, your references and qualifications are certainly impressive.
Thanks.
You wouldn't have any problems working under pressure.
Pressure?
You will be in charge of preparing food for a large number of prisoners. Now, they'd be pretty straightforward about letting you know if they're unhappy.
That's all right by me. If they're not happy, I'd sooner know they're not.
When would you be able to start?
As soon as you like. I brought my stuff with me, left it at the front.
Well, it seems to me that your qualifications are easily the best for the job. But, of course, the final decision is up to the governor. But you'll certainly have my recommendation.
Really? That's very kind of you. I really appreciate it.
I'm sorry the governor couldn't interview you herself, but something unexpected came up.
Oh, that's all right. No worries. You'll let me know about the job, then?
Frankly, Mr. Pringle, we need someone to start as soon as possible. Now, the governor should be free shortly. If you wouldn't mind just waiting around for a little while, we may be able to give you an answer on this straight away.
Yes, I will. Stay, I mean. That'd be good. Okay. Yes.
Well, let's not beat about the bush on this. It gives me a great deal of pleasure to be able to tell you, Miss Parslow, that as a result of my efforts at the very highest departmental level, I am now in a position to secure your release within a matter of days.
Yeah.
And that delay is only so that we can satisfy ourselves that you have somewhere to go and someone to look after you. Now, on top of that, the department has agreed, again at my urging, to grant you compensation of $50,000.
50,000?
And all we ask in return is that you sign this.
Yes, of course. What is it?
Guarantee that you won't speak to the media. Am I right, Mr. Fry?
Well, of course, seeing that this whole mess wasn't the fault of the department in the first place, I think that's only fair, don't you?
Who want to talk to them anyway? Hey, have you got a pet?
No.
Hey?
My client's demand for compensation for $500,000 still stands.
Miss Parslow, you must understand it's impossible.
I'm sure you appreciate the advantages of seeing Miss Parslow adequately provided for. We don't want to see her reduced to having to sell her story to support herself, do we?
Of course not, but the figure you're asking is quite out of the question.
$500,000, Mr. Fry, is not a bargaining figure. It's the figure.
Well, this is your kitchen, Mr. Pringle. What do you think?
It's wonderful. I mean, really wonderful.
I'm sure you'll find out where everything is eventually. The women will help you get to know your way around in the meantime.
Thank you, Mrs. Reynolds. It means a lot to me getting this job. You won't be sorry.
There's no need to thank me, Mr. Pringle. You earned your references and they got you the job. Simple as that. Oh, you will be on the usual 3-month trial basis. Departmental ruling, I'm afraid.
So I'm not worried about that.
Here are the reinforcements.
Ah, good. Mr. Pringle, this is Mr. Cruikshank, Lexi and Alice.
Dennis.
Dennis, I'm moving.
How'd you do?
Well, we'll leave you to it. Any problems, just let me know.
Thanks again. Alice and...
Lexi, Pam, and Jacko.
Alice, Lexi, Pam and Jacko. Well, I reckon you girls must have done this before. Don't wait for me to tell you what to do. I can't be late with lunch on my first day.
What are we having?
Well, we can't do much till we know what we're supposed to be cooking.
Oh, well, I suppose we better find what we've got.
They really thought we'd accept it. Don't know who they thought they were dealing with, but they soon found out.
$50,000, a lot of money.
You think so? Wait until you see what offer they come back with.
It's all right for you.
What do you mean, love?
He was going to let me go with all that money and she told him no.
I didn't tell him no. I just said that we wanted more money. Well, surely you can see that $500,000's better than 50,000.
All I can see that 50,000 is better than nothing. A fat chance I've got now of an early retirement. You never even asked me what I thought.
Betty, you haven't got the faintest idea how those people think. I'm just trying to get you what's owing to you. You could show a bit of appreciation.
All I can appreciate is spending the rest of my life in here. All you want me to do was to sign that letter, and you wouldn't let me, and now I'll never get out.
Oh, don't be so
that's
stupid.
not true, love.
All I know is you only get one chance of anything in this world, and you've buggered it up for me. And after all I've done for you, too.
Coming along okay?
Yeah, great. Are you going to let us pick the menu every day?
Oh, no, that's my job, isn't it? Well, thanks for helping out, though.
No, don't worry. You're half as good a cook as Ray, no one will complain. He was a vintage bloke, eh, girls?
Yeah. Hey, there's a lot of old flavour and stuff here. Brandy and sherry and stuff. Wish it was real.
Hey, I've got a great idea. Why don't we have trifle for tea?
No, not today. Later in the week. Throw these out and we'll get some fresh bottles. And toss this out while you're at it.
Whatever you reckon.
You know, I don't know what furniture polish was doing in here anyway. But I got mixed up with the food, it could have killed someone. And working in the kitchen, you've got to be careful about things like that.
You reckon?
Splendid introduction, Mrs. Morris. Thank you for the tour. Wonderful welcome to the job by two beautiful ladies. What more could I ask?
Our pleasure.
You're quite sure about next week, then?
Yes. Thank you all the same.
Perhaps some other time.
What about Parslow?
Oh, yes, you'll be hearing from me about that. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr.
Bye.
Andrew.
Oh, you can say that again. Do you know, he was absolutely determined I was going out to dinner with him, and I was even more determined I wasn't. Well, you wouldn't think it was that funny if it were you.
Was me. Didn't think he was ever going to take no for an answer.
You don't think it could become a problem, do you?
Oh, Lord, I hope not. I don't know about you, but I can't stand the man. If he keeps it up, it could make the working relationship a bit difficult.
Well, let's hope he's taken the hint.
Well, I don't know. If that's the best the new cook can do, it didn't taste any different since what we had since he left. We left.
Oh, well, I'm worth still feeling his way, if you know what I mean.
What do we call him?
Oh, Dingle Pringle Fitz.
Move the perv.
Hey, no, let's save that for the guy from the department. Fry, isn't it? Looks like a bloody undertaker.
You even eyed me off.
Oh, desperate.
Oh, really, look, can you come to my cell? We've got to talk privately.
Yeah, sure.
Got what you wanted. Left it in your dorm.
What'd you get?
Oh, it's a mixture. Bit of brandy and sherry and other stuff. It's all there is. Now I stuck to my part of the deal. You better stick to...
Been looking for a chance to talk to you all morning, Mal.
Me too.
Look, I'm
sorry.
that...
Oh.
Well, I say it's good to have a blue every now and again. Sort of clears the air.
Yep.
Well, that's sort of what I wanted to talk to you about, Mal. I realise how selfish I've been. Oh, I had in my head we were going to do things my way. Never stopped to think you'd have ideas of your own.
Yeah, well, look, I've been thinking...
No, let me finish, Mal. I still think we'd be happier in the country if you give it a chance, but... Well, I'm willing to do things your way.
I probably love it. Just never thought about it before.
Oh. Well, how about this? We give the country a go for a year. If it don't work out, I'll get a job and we'll come back to the city. What do you reckon?
All right.
What's the matter?
I've been thinking too.
Yeah?
About us getting married. You're going to be inside for another year, but I'm out in a few months. And we might not be able to see each other much or anything.
You want to call it all off?
No! Matthew, I want to do it while we're still together. I want to get married on the inside. What do you reckon?
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside, the roses grow. They don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.